What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool news video, and in this video we will talk about Germany suffering their heaviest ever defeat against Spain, and as a result Germany want to sack their coach Joachim Löw and they want to replace him with Jurgen Klopp. So that's the main topic of the video, but first I want to give you guys an injury update on Liverpool's injury situation, because guess what? You won't believe this, but another Liverpool player was sent home during the international break with an injury, and that's 19-year-old Rhys Williams, who was about to play with England against Albania in the under-21 squad, but because of a hip injury he was sent back to Liverpool. So another centre-back is injured for Liverpool. So now we only have Matip and Nathaniel Phillips fit and available against Leicester. Wow, I can't. Honestly, I have no words to describe this situation. Thiago and Fabinho are still not in training, which is a massive worry. So I was really hoping that Fabinho would be fit for the Leicester game so he could play with Matip at the center of the defense. Joe Gomez, Van Dijk are out injured for a long time, and now Rhys Williams joins the injury list. Jordan Henderson also had to withdraw from the England duty. So Liverpool are just piling on the injuries, and Salah won't be able to play against Leicester. So the England under-21 manager Boothroyd said Rhys Williams had a very minor stiff hip, so it's another stiff muscle injury. It was in his best interest to get him back to Liverpool with all the players. If there's any potential injuries, then our medical staff is in contact with the club. So I think when Jurgen Klopp heard it, he said no chance that Rhys Williams should be risked for the England under-21 side, and let's just get him back to Liverpool. So hopefully that is not a serious injury. But honestly, what is your reaction to this absolutely unprecedented, unthinkable, the worst injury crisis that I have ever seen at Liverpool? And I've been supporting this great football club for 20 years now, and this is honestly absolutely disastrous. I mean, Jamie Vardy, he's at home licking his lips at the thought of running up and down the pitch against a very makeshift Liverpool defense. Trent Alexander-Arnold is out, Van Dijk, Gomez, Fabinho out. Robertson also got injured during Scotland duty. So Liverpool's like 5 best defenders are out injured. The only one available who is a senior defender is Matip. Southgate also said that Jordan Henderson had a bit of tightness in his muscle at halftime and felt he couldn't carry on. And you know guys that Henderson always carries on, no matter what. So that means that is a serious injury. And what is also annoying is that Alisson flew all the way to the other part of the world and he was on the bench. He didn't play for Brazil because for some weird reason Ederson was preferred as a goalkeeper against Venezuela and Uruguay. Brazil won both games. And also what is very annoying is that Alisson trained alongside Gabriel Menino, who later tested positive for the virus, and then Alisson flew to Uruguay, and now he's flying back to Liverpool via Paris without having played 1 minute for Brazil. He was just warming the bench, but at least he didn't get injured that way. That's the only good news. But it's very concerning that now, you know, Thiago and Fabinho are still not back in training, so I'm not sure what Liverpool will do. But defensively, it will be a big ask for Liverpool, especially the next 2 games. Leicester and Atalanta at Anfield are 2 massive games. And honestly, did you watch the Spain-Germany game? I watched the highlights and I couldn't believe how bad Germany was. They had Leroy Sané, Timo Werner, Serge Gnabry, Goretzka, Toni Kroos, 5 very good world-class players, and they didn't even have a shot on target. They had 2 shots all game. Spain had like 23 shots, 10 shots on target, and Spain scored 6 goals, and even the 6-0 win was absolutely deserved, and up until this point, I bet you didn't know this, the heaviest defeat that Germany suffered was at my home nation's hands, Hungary, in the 1954 World Cup. In the group stage, Hungary beat Germany 8-3, but Germany injured Puskás, our best striker, who scored 84 international goals in 85 games. Cristiano Ronaldo recently beat his record, which stood out for a long time, and Hungary, from 2-0 up, lost the World Cup final 3-2 against Germany, and Hungary were the favorites to win the World Cup in that tournament. So that's still a bitter memory for many like older Hungarian football fans. Just a fun fact for you guys. The majority of Germany fans want a fresh start because Joachim Löw has been a Germany manager for a long time. He has been a Germany manager for 14 years now, which is absolutely staggering. And Lothar Matthäus said that Jurgen Klopp is the only candidate to succeed Joachim Löw. And even before the game, Lothar Matthäus said that Joachim Löw deserves to be able to work in peace, at least until the European Championships. But after that, he needs to go. And this is what Matthäus said. When you talk about possible candidates, there is only one person that everyone would want in the future, and that is Jurgen Klopp. Extremely successful, very good personality, popular with the fans and media alike. I think he's far from finished in Liverpool, and he still has time for the national team in a few years. Like all Germany fans, I keep my fingers crossed for Joachim Löw. On the one hand, we hope that the Euros will take place next year, and ideally the champion will be Germany, but then we will see Löw with a high probability of staying on for the 2022 World Cup as well. And Joachim Löw is also asked on his future after the heavy defeat against Spain, and he was saying that the decision is out of his hands. He said this: "You have to ask others if I have to worry about my job. I can't answer that here now. It was a pitch black day when nothing actually worked. Neither the defense nor attack worked. You can't rule out anyone. After the first goal, we gave up our whole game plan. Now you have seen today that we are not yet as far forward, as far progressed as we thought. We have to question ourselves. Everything was bad in every respect. You can't find anything beautiful or good about today's game." And Oliver Bierhoff, who was a solid striker, used to play for Germany, said, "This game changes nothing. We still trust Joachim Löw, no doubt about that. With the national team, you have to think and analyze from tournament to tournament. We want to achieve the maximum at next year's Euros." But that's the thing, Joachim Löw's recent record with Germany is not really great. Since 2018, I mean, Germany failed to qualify from the World Cup group stage. They lost to Mexico and South Korea. They could only beat Sweden, and since then they lost and drew against France. They lost and drew against Netherlands in the Nations League 18-19 season, and then in this year's Nations League they lost and drew against Spain. They drew twice against Switzerland, and the only team that they could beat is Ukraine. So if you just look at the competitive games, they could beat Ukraine twice, but other than that, they haven't beaten anybody in a competitive match since the 2018 World Cup. And that is, for a team as good as Germany, that is a horrendous record, a shocking record. I still think that Jurgen Klopp will see out his contract. He has never left a club before his contract was up. Maybe at Dortmund he asked to be released, but that was after 7 years, and he just ran out of steam. But at Liverpool, he still has unfinished business. Yes, he won the Premier League. Yes, he won the Champions League. But he still, I think, wants to win more trophies. He wants to see out his still 4-year contract. So after this season, he still has 3 more years left. And I can't see Jurgen Klopp leaving Liverpool unless there is something like really major disastrous thing happens. Unless Liverpool starts selling their biggest stars and Liverpool can't have a competitive team anymore. I can't see Liverpool. I can't see Jurgen Klopp leaving Liverpool in any way, shape or form. And Liverpool moved into their new AXA training ground, which replaces Melwood, their former training ground, and it looks absolutely fantastic. State-of-the-art facilities. It's even bigger and of course much better than Melwood, even though Melwood will have always fond memories for many Liverpool fans, many Liverpool players, because Liverpool have trained there for like 70 years. But this new training ground is a training center is a step into the future for Liverpool, and Jurgen Klopp said this about this: "Today is a really special day for the team. It has been a long time coming. There has been a lot of steps, meeting with architects, designers, everybody. The facility is great, and whoever has the chance to visit this will be very impressed. It is a wonderful building. You have everything you need now and for the future. It's pretty much perfect." And Liverpool's managing director Andy Hughes said that this marks a new era for the club, and he said this: "We started this project over 2 years ago, marking a significant milestone in the history of this great football club. After saying a fond farewell to Melwood last week, we are excited to be starting a new era at the club, bringing our first team and academy operations and facilities together on one site for the first time in history. Melwood, unfortunately, size-wise, we just ran out of room. It didn't really enable us to invest and progress as we would like to. The gym is 3 times the size, the wet areas are massively improved, the medical areas are twice the size, the pitches have improved, we've got more space outdoors, we've got the wider sports concept with more things for the team to do when they are not actually playing football. Wherever you look, whatever aspect of the training ground they are using, we have taken a really big step forward. We go to the new place to create the future." And he also said that the new facility, we've also got the wider sports concept with more things for the team to do when they are not actually playing football. So wherever you look, whatever aspect of the training ground they are using, we have taken a really big step forward. And I really hope that this will help Liverpool be even more successful in the future. And also there is big news coming out that Liverpool have tabled a new contract offer for Wijnaldum, where we increase his wages by 40%. And of course Wijnaldum is free to negotiate with foreign clubs as soon as January, which is like 1.5 months away. But according to some newspapers, Inter Milan have expressed an interest in Wijnaldum. And the same source also claims that Liverpool have offered Wijnaldum a new deal, which is worth roughly £105,000 per week, a 40% increase on his current wages, because we want to keep Wijnaldum. He's an integral part of this Liverpool team, and he has been a club legend in my opinion. He helped us win the Premier League, the Champions League, and I think that it will be a lot harder to sign a midfielder who is as good as Wijnaldum, who would cost Liverpool a lot of money, both in wages and both in transfer fees. And I mean, that would be the perfect scenario. We signed Thiago this summer, and if we could keep Wijnaldum next summer, that would be just the perfect scenario in my opinion. So now it's up to Wijnaldum whether he will accept this contract or not, but I really hope he does, because if he doesn't, then as soon as January the transfer window opens, he can start negotiating with other clubs on signing a pre-contract agreement. And oh wow, Antonio Conte revealed that he tried to sign Van Dijk from Southampton for Chelsea when he was still a Chelsea manager, and because he couldn't sign Van Dijk, their momentum after winning the Premier League title really slowed down, and soon after he actually was sacked by Chelsea. This is what he said: "I asked for 2 players and we were very, very close after we won the league. One player was Romelu Lukaku, the second one was Virgil van Dijk, and those two players were very, very close to sign for us at Chelsea. We were in contact every day, and I always said that with these 2 players we would improve my team by 30%. I think maybe we lost the momentum to bring Chelsea at the very top and then to stay there for many years. It was a pity that it didn't happen, and Lukaku is showing with Inter that my idea was alright, and also Van Dijk has shown with Liverpool that my idea was right for the club." I mean, Conte is right. If those 2 players at that time went to Chelsea would have been pretty much unstoppable, and they would have won back-to-back Premier League titles, maybe even 3 titles in a row. But thankfully it didn't happen, and the rest is history. Van Dijk joined Liverpool and won the Premier League. I wish the speedy recovery to Van Dijk, Gomez, also Fabinho, Henderson, Robertson, Reece Williams, everybody who's out injured. It's even crazy to think about how many names I mentioned. Then I didn't even mention Oxlade-Chamberlain, Thiago. I really hope they all get fit very, very soon because Liverpool need them badly. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.